Have you ever wished that you could explain to someone why you can't come up with something to say very quickly? Or why you are one of those people who just loves to be first in line? You just do, right? This is just how you experience life. And why you've really always been this way, maybe by now you've gotten to the point where you can manage it a little better, or you've arranged your life so that it fits the way you are. Astrology can explain how you experience life, from how you are at a surface level, say at a cocktail party, to how you do things on a day-to-day basis, to those deepest parts of you, those parts of you that take forever for you to access, that really not as many people get to see, but they are so meaningful to you. And even more than that, astrology can explain how quickly you get going, how you have those pauses in your flow, how you have these committees talking to you all at once to do multiple things, and your staying power. And this way that you experience life is actually the key to coaching people using astrology, whether it's on a day-to-day basis or on a year-to-year basis. And this is the key to coaching people on a day-to-day basis, year-to-year basis using astrology. So let's take an example. Let's back up and look at how Donald Trump experiences life. And we start here with what I call his tools and talents table. These are all of the natal planets from his natal chart, including the ascendant and midheaven, organized in ascending order by degree, from 0, if he had something at 0, to 29 degrees. And each one of these natal planets can be summarized in a simple sentence. And when you put them together one after another, they describe how Donald experiences life. Let's give it a try. I have an effortless ability to match the energy of another person. Then my mind works through tapping into my intuition. Then I use all of my tools and wisdom to offer my gifts and have them received. Then I experience unintended outcomes through matching the energy of another person. Then I expand through matching the energy of another person. Then I have a unique way of processing and attuning to the details. Then the best choice for me is to process and attune to the details. Then my primal instinct is learning something new or sharing what I know. Then I mindfully act through processing and attuning to the details. Then I am selective about tapping into my intuition. Then my impact on the world starts with using my body, tools, and resources. Then I appreciate and welcome tapping into my intuition. Then I put my heart into offering my gifts and having them received. Then I step away from the crowd to offer my gifts and have them received. And that is how Donald experiences life, from the most surface level to the deepest level. And what you can notice is that he has tremendous staying power. He is around, he doesn't step away until the very end, but he also has a bit of a gap before he can get going. So someone who has tools that start at 0, he would have to wait a bit before he jumps in. And from there on, you'll notice that he's got a ton of tools in these late stages. If we combine him with other people, you can see how this results in some interplay in that interaction with another person. So let's try something different. I'm going to read the sentences in order, but now I'm going to say them at the time that the degree comes up, and there will be a timer that ticks off from 0 to 30. Okay, are you ready? I have an effortless ability to match the energy of another person. My mind works through tapping into my intuition. I use all of my tools and wisdom to offer my gifts and have them received. I experience unintended outcomes through matching the energy of another person. I expand through matching the energy of another person. I have a unique way of processing and attuning to the details. The best choice for me is to process and attune to the details. My primal instinct is learning something new or sharing what I know. I mindfully act through processing and attuning to the details. I am selective about tapping into my intuition. My impact on the world starts with using my body, tools, and resources. I appreciate and welcome tapping into my intuition. I put my heart into offering my gifts and having them received. I step away from the crowd to offer my gifts and have them received. And then it wraps around to zero again, and there's a bit of a gap before Donald engages. And so now you have a sense of the cadence at which Donald Trump experiences life. He's a little slow to get going, and I would coach him to be patient and to watch before embarking on that Neptune in Libra tool he has to effortlessly match the energy of another person. But once he gets going, he goes steadily until the very end, and even has a committee at 17 degrees where these two energies come together very quickly to speak and match the energy of another person. So I hope this is helpful. What gets so interesting is when these energies match up with someone else, and in particular, Kamala and JD Vance. And in future videos, I will put those side by side so you can see how they interact and how they can be coached using astrology. And if you're interested in using this kind of tool to have better connections in your relationships and on your teams, just check out the caption below and we'll see how we can work together.